Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Megs, and if you're new here, welcome and good to see you, nice to meet you. And if you're returning, nice to see you again. So today I'm going to try some products that I have recently purchased, and then I'm just going to show you some products that can't really be used in the video, like shampoo and skincare and all that. But yeah, so today is St. Patrick's Day when I'm filming this, so happy St. Patty's Day to everybody. I would love to be at a bar drinking some Guinness, because I miss having a good Guinness. And then it's also my birthday, well, week. Technically my birthday is tomorrow on the 18th of March. Anyway, so again, hope you guys are all doing well, and sorry for the long intro. Okay guys, so as I mentioned in the intro, I'm doing a little bit of a haul. Some of this I'm just like, I want to say I bought it for myself for my birthday, but I just wanted to buy it. There was no rhyme, no reason. Since I didn't keep, or well, I did purchase some complexion products, but I did return them. I've already done my complexion foundation. I bought the Foundation X by Natasha Denona. I think it was in 24W light. The color was not a perfect match, and it was just enough so that it drove me a little bit batty. And I like the feeling of it, but I didn't necessarily like the look of it. The other thing I purchased but brought back was a Danessa product. I know, shock and what have you, because typically anything that Danessa does I absolutely adore. And I tried it a couple of times before returning it, because I don't like to return things because then it's a huge waste, right? This, it was their veil. It was her like radiance veil in the color Laguna. I liked the color of it. The problem was that there was like micro shimmers, and I was hoping, because I was watching, you know, visuals of it on her site. It didn't appear to have all these little micro shimmers in it, and I'm not a big fan of shimmer. Like all that's left behind are like glitter kind of particles. I wanted to try Oribe shampoos, hair care, and I did get as a kind of a code through Sephora the texture spray. It's a small, like about yay size. I've heard good things about that. This is the Moisture and Control. It's shampooing. Oh, I'm reading the French. So shampoo for moisture and control. So I typically have quite curly hair. This is day 2 hair that I have blown out, but obviously with sleeping on it, and I toss and turn, I'm not a really great sleeper. My hair gets, the blowout kind of doesn't last beyond the day, and my hair can be quite frizzy, especially when it's curly, so this will help with that. I will have to say it does definitely help with the frizz. It's light. I have very fine thin hair, as you can tell. I don't have a lot, and it's definitely not coarse. It is drier because I do have bleached balayage hair, which is in desperate sore need of getting it done, but again, our salons haven't really been open for quite a long time, and this is why it's like it is. So this is really quite lovely. I've tried it when my hair is curly. I've tried it with blowing it out, and it does definitely smooth down and tame flyaways. I will have to say though, I do enjoy a little volume with my hair just because it is so fine, and on those days maybe I won't use this because of that. I do, as I said, like a little volume, and this kind of prevents that volume from happening. It also makes my hair a little thicker looking when I do have it curly, but I do like this. The scent is quite fresh, I find. Let me just take another little sniff. Yeah, it's fresh. I mean, it's definitely perfumed, and it reminds me of marine-like kind of scent, like Oceanus from Body Shop, if anyone remembers that. Holy shit, like 90s. But anyway, but yeah, so this is quite lovely. Quite spency. I'm not gonna lie, some of these products are quite, you know, but I was like, fuck it, I just want to treat myself. So this is from Oribe. And then at the same time I purchased that at the same Salon Spa yeah, we'll call it a spa. I purchased some Biologique Recherche, and I do have the P50T, which I've been using for, oh god, well over a year now, but intermittently. I haven't been using it on a consistent basis. I find the scents with these, like, there's no scent per se in terms of like added like flowery perfume. It's pretty much the ingredients, and the ingredients are very pungent, I guess, strong. This particular one. So I bought the Masque Vivant, and this is really great for rebalancing the face and sebum production, as well as you know, like my pores get quite clogged very, very easily, especially when I wear sunscreen and so forth, and anything that has like dimethicone or silicone based derivatives within the product list. So I like to just make sure that I can get fully cleaned. And so I heard really good things about the Masque Vivant, but let me tell you, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's still not great. But it does work, and it's quite nice. I would have to say my skin has been probably at its best the last couple of weeks. I would say in the last month or so than it has been this whole time COVID's been going on. This has, let me just read, it has vinegar, it has yeast, so it has yeast extract, cider vinegar, and witch hazel extract, among other ingredients, I'm sure, but those are the main ones. So there's some other things I purchased as well that kind of go hand in hand with skincare and makeup removal. I really love my Shiseido cottons, but I know they're really bad for the environment, and I still will buy them because there's certain things that I don't necessarily want to use reusable cotton rounds for. So I'm trying to limit the amount of the Shiseidos that I'm using, but for everything else I will use these. These are fairly recent, like within like the last week and a half. They're bamboo little cotton rounds that I just purchased off of Amazon. And so today I've been using actually this as more of one product than anything else. So Sephora, I placed a Sephora order, and I wanted to purchase this Ren little skin set. This is all about radiance in the skin, and this is the Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic. I first became familiar with this like quite a few years ago, but then I recently, when I've been watching Katie Jane Hughes, she likes to use this to get rid of any kind of dead skin cells before applying makeup, and I think it's a brilliant way to incorporate some acids into your regime. This is probably a gentle enough, well, if it's a daily tonic, then I wouldn't always recommend using acids every day, especially if your skin is just getting used to it. But my skin is fairly resilient, and I've used acids and retinols and all that in the past, and it's pretty good. So I don't use this on a daily basis, but maybe every other day or every third day or whatever, when I feel like my skin, again, is just a little congested, or, you know, there's some flakies I can tell, generally at the end of my nose or on my chin. That's where like kind of the telltale sign is, and that's where a lot of times foundations will kind of linger and catch on things. So I really like this. I might have to buy a full size, but again, within the kit came also the Glow Daily Vitamin C Gel Cream, so like a moisturizer. This is all right. I wouldn't probably repurchase it. And the Glycolactic Radiance Renewal Mask. I think I've used this in the past, but I haven't used it recently, so I can't really attest to this. But anyway, anything like glycolic acid, vitamin C and all that, I really enjoy. Just don't know what the AHA is on this one. I think I threw out the box before oh, lactic acid. Yeah, my skin really enjoys lactic acid, so that's great. So anyway, so I used the toner today, and then just a basic moisturizer that I've used before. Okay, so let's get to the stuff that I'm actually probably going to use on my face today. So this is new to me. This is the Natasha Denona. All of it is new to me somewhat. Let's not be redundant here, Megs. Okay, Natasha Denona Eye Base, and I bought in the shade medium. For whatever reason, I felt like medium was going to be just fine, even though I'm right now probably about an NC20, NC25 in terms of MAC color scale. I have on the Luminous Silk Armani in number 5. Light medium is generally where I'm at. So this is quite dark. I have, to be all fair and transparent, I have used this once before, and once I blend this out, it looks quite dark when I put it on my lids, but once I blend it out, it actually blends out really well. And as you can see, I do have some pigmentation, quite a bit of pigmentation actually on my eyelids. And once I blend this out, it's great. Like, you wouldn't even notice. So I'm going to just do that. I like it's quite thin. Before I was using the Nars smudge proof or something like that, but it did have a tint to it. It wasn't the clear one. And I've had that for a long time. I've had it in the shade Light, I believe. So there's that. It went on really quite nicely, smoothly. I'll show you the other one I was using. This is the Nars one that I've had for probably way too long, but it's lasted. And I pretty much use it every time I wear eyeshadow. Yeah, this is the Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base by Nars. So I quite like that. I do recommend it, but we'll see how we get on with this one with Natasha. It was a little spency. Gotta stop using that, it's kind of annoying. But you know, it feels nice, not heavy. It blends really nicely and quickly. It's very thin, but it does cover up any kind of discoloration I might have. There's a couple of things here that I don't even know where to begin. So we did the Natasha Denona. So these, I wanted to really try these today, and there's one particular color which I think is absolutely beautiful. Well, they're all beautiful. These are in a little box, and I'll insert a picture here and how they came. And I think just that little detail, this is why I love indie brands. That little detail, it all came wrapped up in a little twine, a little bead, a little card, which I think is super cute. So this is the card that came with it right here. Very like medieval, very fantasy, very kind of just up my alley. And this is the, like, it came all wrapped up in like a present, which I just love. These are from Tammy Tanuka. So they're based out of Russia. And I didn't buy her pressed, her new kind of eyeshadows, but I did purchase her loose shadows, which is what she's really known for. And she's got, oh my god, a copious plethora of loose eyeshadow, loose pigments. So this is how they come. So a little pot like this. I believe this is the larger size of the 2 ml. And then on the top is this beautiful kind of, as you can see there, just really, really pretty in this little thing. And with, in terms of colors, I know what ones I ordered, but they come, but unfortunately it's in Russian, so I kind of have to compare to what I ordered. Luckily, this particular order, I have another one coming. I was debating whether or not I wanted to talk about it today, but I'm just like, I've been away for far too long. I've been working lots. And just, you know, honestly, I needed a break, whether it be from work and whatever, and just turn my brain off. So that's why you haven't seen me either on IG or here on YouTube. I just, you know, we all need a little bit of a break. Anyway, this is one of the colors. I think this is Mechanical Crow. So it's this deep, beautiful gray tone blue. I think that's Mechanical Crow, I want to say. And she did throw in a little sample. I'll show you this one. This one is the Mistress of the Battle Dragon. On her site, I think it's Battle Dragon Mistress or something like that. So, you know, translation, all that loveliness. So this is one of her extreme, I want to say, shadows. And it's like 0.5. It's very, very small, or even 0.25. I bought these through Etsy just because I was having difficulty on her actual website. So it's sigil.me is her website. But as I said, I bought some of these through her Etsy shop. Anyway, so this is another one. So this is, again, another full size. Let's see if I can remember which one this one is. I don't know if this one's Mechanical Crow. And the other one, I don't know. I have to look them up. But this is another kind of deep, dark, bluey kind of color. One of them might be Hydra. I'm not too sure, like, to be honest with you. Either way, I don't care. They're really pretty. This one is Nightflower. No, it's not. Now, this one's a beautiful sapphire cobalty kind of blue. That's really pretty. I'm very, like, because these took over a month to get here from Russia, which is totally understandable given probably their postal system and our postal system. This one's Nightflower. I remember this one because it was like the only really light purpley color. So that is it on the lid. Majorities, I didn't really look at, when I ordered these originally, I didn't really look at the finish. I looked at this, at the picture of it, and I was like, oh, those are stunning. This is a Nightflower. And then this is the one I maybe want to use today. This is something, something of the Estuary, but it's a beautiful emerald, deep, dark green. It's not even picking up properly here on camera. Just scared to lose any of that. I don't know if maybe the lid would be a little bit better, but there's lots of, there we go. You can see it right there in the light. That's the color right there. So I kind of maybe want to use that. It definitely has a black base to it, so I don't know how much that will show unless I have like a green perhaps underneath it. Yeah, but I do want to use that green. I don't know if it's because it's St. Patty's Day and I want to be totally stereotypical and wear green, but why the fuck not, right? Okay, so let's just see how these work. I don't know whether or not I want to spray my shadow. I might just put a little bit in the lid. I'm just, oh, I'm so scared. And plunk. So that's kind of like the color on my hand. Just some kind of remnants left. Okay, let's see how these work. I think this is going to be one of those kind of shadows you're not going to want to blend out. It's going to be like you're pressing it on, and that's all there's to it, folks. Let's see here. So let's use, I'm going to use one of these. This is a MAC 239, I believe. I feel like I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to put some on the brush dry just to see how it goes on, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I'm just going to look down a little bit into a mirror that I have here, tuck this hair because it's out of control. That, I don't know if it's coming out on the camera, but I'm going to bring you in because this is gorgeous. Let me just bring it up there so you can see. So it's not as bright as it was in the picture in terms of the greenness to it. This definitely has more blue, almost like a blue, deep, it has a blueness to it. That I'm gonna just very, very lightly with a very precise, what brush do I have that's clean and precise? Okay, just around the edges. Now, I did get 2 mascaras just recently. One, I heard Nikki Raven talk about these Bye Bye Panda eyes, and I am more of a tubing fiber kind of mascara lady. I do end up with raccoon kind of smudging eyes underneath, and I wanted to try something from the drugstore to see if there's anything there. She mentioned this in one of her videos as being that type of mascara. So this is by Essence. It's long-lasting smudge-proof formula. Essence Bye Bye Panda Eyes Smudge-Proof Volumizing and Defining Mascara. So I have definitely found in the past anything that's like tubing or fibers, whatever, generally isn't volumizing all that much. Definition, length, things like that, for sure. But volumizing is where things become a little bit problematic. I have tried the Hourglass one, didn't really care for it. The formula, at least, it didn't do anything for my eyes that other cheaper mascaras have done. So I purchased this one, and then with an order from Sephora, I picked up the Bite, what is called Upswing Full Volume Mascara. It also has beeswax in it, with berry wax, not beeswax, berry wax. Yeah, so what I might do is maybe one eye use this and then one eye use this. So let's do the bite one first. I'm going to take off any excess, which is my normal protocol, because I do find interesting kind of wand, just like an hourglassy kind of wand. And we'll just see. So I'm going to wiggle it at the base and then up, and then kind of turn it. So length for me isn't a problem. I have fairly long eyelashes. I just would rather have thicker. Oh, the top I think broke. Oh, that's problematic. So have to be careful of that one because it's going to dry out quickly. And then I'm going to use Panda, Bye Bye Panda Eyes on this side. Okay. And then maybe you guys can let me know which one you like. So again, the brush is like this. It's pretty straight. There's no conical. There's no hourglass. It's just straight up. And it isn't one of those plastic brushes. Neither one of those were. Okay. Don't really notice a big difference in the two. It's really going to be more about, I guess, how it looks in a couple of hours. It being my birthday month, yeah, okay. It being my birthday month, obviously Sephora, there's always like little free stuff, right? Sephora has a couple of things to choose from. I think there was a hair thing from Kerastase. I want to say there was, oh, what else was there? I can't even remember. Laneige I think had something as well, which was not of interest to me. But Nars had, so I chose this Nars Laguna bronzer and Laguna kind of a balm kind of thing. I have tried this. I'm not going to say this is my first impression. The color itself, don't really care for. It's nice, balmy, feels nice and soft, but I don't really like the color. It's like a toffee caramel color, like a medium to, you know, kind of shade. Doesn't do anything for me over my complexion. And here's the little Laguna. I think a lot of people are very familiar with Laguna. I don't know if this is the original versus like matte. I think this is just the original one here, so I'm familiar with that. Let's do my brows, and I have two new brow products, which is kind of exciting for me, maybe not for you, but for me. So I purchased the NYX, this is new, the brow tint pen, the Lift and Snatch. So these are just my normal brows that I have on right now. I've done nothing to them other than maybe just like kind of push them upwards. I have a fairly long eyebrow hairs, and then there's just like maybe like little bit of spaces where I want to fill in and draw them in. So I don't do a hell of a lot to my brows. I just kind of like to fill in those spaces, make them a little fuller, and sometimes color them in. I'm more about that fluffy kind of brow look than I am for kind of a solid block. I never understood the Instagram brow, I'm not going to lie. Just wasn't for me. And made my brow quite heavy looking. So that's pretty much all I do. I know they're like, well, why do you need that? I just like the look of it. It makes it look more feathery. And then I picked up this little glue. This is the brow glue by NYX as well. It's clear, it's a small little brush. I have used this once before. It wasn't crusty, crunchy, or like, you know, white bits left. And it actually is pretty good with keeping those long hairs of mine upwards, which is the look I enjoy. Because it will, so this is kind of like how I use it, and then I probably will run it through like so, just to kind of give the hairs a little bit more of a like foundation to stay up rather than just going one way. I had been debating getting the Anastasia ABH kind of clear thing, but I figured if I can get this and it works as well and I don't have to have that kind of money, great. So this is generally where I'll leave my brows, just like this, kind of like that, nothing too grand. So there's some products there. So I kind of like those, you know, as I said, disclaimer, I have used those once before and I quite liked it, so this no surprise that I enjoy it, but I do really like them and I think those are new favorite brow products. Ones that I traditionally used have been, I love this Shuamara one. This is when I want a little bit more of a thicker, less feathery light brow, but I also love the Urban Decay Brow Blade. So if the NYX one can work just as well as this one, then I'll probably go with the NYX one from now on. I do like this a lot, especially because one end is more of a pencil end, the other one is the kind of stain brush kind of, which same as the NYX. So I do like this, and I've also used the Boy Brow. The Boy Brow Clear doesn't add anything, obviously, to your brows, but I liken it to the brow glue, but I think the brow glue is a lot better in terms of like keeping your brows up and in place. So just to give you an idea of what I've used in the past and what I've liked in the past. Okay, so there's that. So far so good. Now I'm gonna just kind of go underneath the eye. I have nothing new in terms of that, I don't think. No, I don't. I'm gonna use some of my Dior concealer. When I do concealer, I'm not one of those chicks that enjoy a lighter color underneath my eye. I want something's gonna match my skin fairly well, and I find this concealing one by Dior very good. I have it in the shade 2N and 2.5N. I think the 2N fits me and matches me really well right now. So I'm just using a Delium Tool 788, which I like because it has kind of an angle to it, so I can get, I just turn it over and get right up in there, but the angle is really nice for this kind of work. Or rinse it there, and then I just kind of whatever's left on the brush, whoopsies, butterfingers, use it just to kind of sharpen up any edges or clean up any kind of edges here. There, okay. I'm gonna leave it like that around the eye. Now, what do I want to use? Oh, hair. Okay, what would I want to use? So I've used the Bite, I've used the by Panda eyes. I'm going to use some of the Nars here. This is, again, like I said, Laguna. So let's try. Look, it's looking more orange than I remember. Little Laguna, add some flavor back into the skin. Okay, so I also purchased some of actually my favorite lipsticks are from Melt. In the terms of, I do like their formula sometimes. I do believe it has improved quite a bit, and I noticed they're on sale at Sephora for like $14, I think, and traditionally they've been $25. I think that's how much they are. And I have quite a few of them. This one I've wanted for a while. This is the 710 color, and it's like a Dijon, like a deep Dijon mustard color, and they have a very vanilla scent, like a vanilla pound cake kind of scent to them. So they're very, very sweet. This is one of their Ultra Mattes, and I find it extremely comfortable. despite the fact that it says it's an ultra matte. I find it very creamy and very pigmented. I don't think for today's look that I want to compare these. Let me just, I'll show you the color. Yeah. So it definitely has a yellowy, orangey brown color too, which I think is a very cool color, especially when I do it like a monochromatic. I also purchased some things from Chanel. Chanel finally released their what, I don't even know, it's like pearls and whatever collection, and it found its way to Shoppers Drug Mart, or my local one. So I had put in a request for 2 products that I liked, that I was interested in that line. One of which was this one. This is the Baume Essentiel multi-use stick in Perlescent, and it's just this white pearlescent kind of highlighting stick. So there's that one. And then there's the Rouge Coco Flash, and this is in Douceur 154. Okay, so I'm gonna use this. I'm not too sure the best way to use these sticks, so let's just see what it looks like. I'm gonna just use my finger, kind of rub it around. It's a very clear, whitish, kind of, as I expected, kind of pearlescence. Don't know if there's any gonna be shimmer left over, but we shall see. Okay, so it's kind of tacky. Definitely has a stick factor. I don't mean stick factor, but sticky factor. Okay. So that's pretty. Very, very, you know, very soft kind of, a shimmer, glimmer, and all that. It might be a little too light for me. Perhaps not in the viewfinder, but in real life, it's very like white based. My skin has, as I don't know if it can tell, I am a neutral but definitely leaning more golden in terms of tone. So I feel like champagnes and those types of colors for highlighting do best on my skin tone. But it definitely gives like a wet kind of look. So I'm going to liken this. Let me just see what it compared to Danessa Myricks Duet in terms of texture and how it feels. Yeah, very similar in feel. Yeah, both are very balmy. This one again has more of a golden sparkle to it. This one is definitely more of a clear silvery. You're not gonna see those on my skin. Well, there they are. Yeah. This one is this one here, and then this top one, if you can see it, is Duet. I mean, they're both supposed to be somewhat clear. It's pretty. It makes my skin look wet, which is very cool. So I like that first impression. Okay, let's try the Douceur. On Michelle, it kind of was like a milky, pinky kind of color. I like that for this. I'm like, this is the kind of color I like to wear, especially in summertime. So let's see if it does anything. Not really. Okay. It's a milky, balmy, very comfortable. I have a few of the Rouge Coco Flashes, which is true to the rest of them that I have. So this is definitely a really pretty soft color. If you want to mix it, like if you have like a liner maybe underneath, great. I feel like I just need a little bit more color on the actual cheek. I'm just going to use a little of the Glossier Cloud Paint in Dusk. And I like my skin how it's glowy right now. So these are some of the things that I have purchased. I hope you like. It's I'm gonna have to edit this to shit. The shit out of it, I should say, because there's a lot of breaks and whatever, but Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for staying with me. I have picked up a couple of new subscribers, so hello there. Thank you for making your way over to me and staying along. I hope you like what you see. And as I said, I just needed a little bit of a break. You know, things are what they are here in Toronto as they are in the rest of the world. Just a little bit exhausted from work, and just life needed to take a few just to, you know, gather. And I think we all need to, you know, make sure you're taking care of yourself and others, but make sure you're taking really good care of yourself. Be good to yourself. And please stay safe. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.